Jennifer Crumbley, the first parent in the U.S. ever charged in connection to a school shooting carried out by her child, has been convicted of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. It comes more than 2 years after Crumbley's son Ethan killed 4 students and injured several others at Oxford High School in Michigan back in 2021. This is the moment that just unfolded in court when the jury returned the verdict.
Of involuntary manslaughter as to Madison Baldwin, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Bro, look. So
that's intense.
Let me break it down. So Jennifer Crumbley, mother of Ethan Crumbley, found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in son's school shooting. The Michigan mother was convicted on 4 counts of manslaughter in connection with her son's deadly rampage at Oxford School in 2021. Jennifer Crumbley, the Michigan woman charged in connection with her son's deadly school shooting rampage in 2021, was convicted Tuesday of involuntary manslaughter in the unprecedented case. The unanimous verdict came on the second day of a jury deliberation in a landmark trial in which Crumbley became, look, peep this, which Crumbley became the first parent to be held criminally responsible for a mass shooting committed by their child.
That's intense.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You feel me? And then, too, what I was reading on it as well is, you know, the boy was showing signs. You know what I mean? Like, say, like, I think the day before or that morning, you know, he was drawn like he wanted to kill somebody and all type of stuff. They bought him a gun. They put his I think they put the principal on the stand, like, why you didn't confiscate his backpack. And the principal was like, you know, he gave me no reason. So, yeah, man. So, like, I was reading a lot of the comments, and a lot of the comments were saying some shit like, basically about time. You feel what I'm saying? Basically about time that, you know, the parents be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at the same time, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it on this standpoint. Gun control starts at the house. You feel what I'm saying? Gun control starts at the house, bro. They can't leave a house with a gun if it ain't no gun in the house they can get to. So I get that. You know what I mean? And but maybe with this particular case, you know, because it was only, they said the jury was only in deliberation for 10 hours. You know, so
damn, it must have been a lot of stuff that was like obvious signs, because that seemed like a hard case to prove.
Because because that's the thing, bro. Like, it's not like basically like, I mean, not really though, because it's not like the dude is dead. So ain't no telling the story he told. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no telling, you know, what he's, you know what I mean, what he said. So, like I say, man, I don't.
Well, I mean, as far as a hard case to prove, it's just saying that they had, like, they was like negligent, I would assume. I think that's a part of involuntary manslaughter, I would think.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna read this. It says, prosecutor said Jennifer was a Prosecutor said Jennifer was a negligent mother and revealed how she was having an affair with the fire captain and would recruit strangers for hotel sex parties. What the fuck? What that gotta do?
Damn, they just gotta expose everything, huh? Like, bro, shit.
Said, let me run that back with those in the back. It said, prosecutor said Jennifer was a negligent mother and revealed how she was having an affair with the fire captain and would recruit strangers for hotel sex parties. That's crazy. So it says she is facing up to 60 years in prison and will be sentenced in April. Her husband, James, will stand trial in March. So they ain't even done. Nigga, the pop's going to trial too.
They getting everybody.
Hey, man. But look, though. Hold on. I'm gonna keep going. Jennifer Crumbley. Okay, here we go. Jennifer Crumbley ignored her son who had clear mental problems and wanted help. My parents won't listen to me. Hold on. My parents won't listen to me about help or my therapist. A journal entry from Ethan read, I have zero help for my mental problems and it's causing me to shoot up the fucking school, another read. Sometime before the school shooting, Ethan texts his mom saying he was being chased by a demon and thought it was throwing things at him from across the room. Jennifer Crumbley didn't even text him back. At least text me back, he said when she didn't respond. Damn, okay, that's a cold bitch, bro.
You
Yeah.
don't think
Okay,
she was
yeah.
doing
I
something?
understand.
I mean, like, see, that's one thing. Well, I guess hopefully they showing multiple occasions because like I know, if they hell bent on making you look a certain way, she could have not responded for 30 minutes and he sent that message in that 30 minutes and she could have been doing something in that courtroom. They're gonna make it look like, well, I mean, shit, he killed people, so I guess it was bad. That nigga
Yeah,
needed her to respond fast.
yeah. Kill four, and then it was shot. I think it shot 11 people, killed 4. See,
Damn.
but that my thing is that's so unlike America to just attack a white woman. That's so unlike America. You know what I mean? So it has to be. I don't like you. Do you think that they could be making an example out of her? Like y'all need to step in y'all kids' lives. Like y'all need to handle this. Like y'all
No,
need
it's
to handle.
obviously an example. It being the first one is going to be an example. So she might get a severe amount of time.
Yeah. I mean, 4 counts of manslaughter. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think she go get a gang of time personally. I don't. Some motherfuckers go for sure want her to get a gang of time. Me, I do, but I do feel like if this is correct, if like you said, if this was an ongoing thing, if this is correct, then I do feel like she's responsible. She's not, of course, she's not 100% responsible, but if this nigga has mental issues, right? Okay, let's say it like this: if he has a history of mental issues, not just him diagnosing himself. You feel what I'm saying? Like if he got history of mental issues and she just ignoring it, or it was patterns of it and she was just ignoring it, like teachers vouching and other authority figures saying like, oh yeah, something was wrong with that kid, then you know what I mean? But
What's one thing too though? I could see like a parent not knowing exactly what to do and not wanting their kid to be like taken or looked at as crazy. Because if you see some crazy ass drawings in your kid's book and you thinking the worst, you might have a tendency to want to shelter them, not knowing that nigga, you need to remedy this. So I mean, it is multiple angles. I believe that parents could fuck up in this aspect because this is not some shit that like you prepared to deal with. Like how do you approach your son thinking that they might be shooting up like have the future proclivities to shoot up a school? Like, come on, like I wouldn't know what to say. Hey, my nigga, you mad at people? Like, what? I don't like.
I mean, I think that was the whole point of them bringing up her sexual escapades, was to show that she wasn't a parent. You know what I mean? Like she had other things going on. Like she was distracted. Like she was negligent.
Yeah.
And to me, it go back to what you said. Like, was this an ongoing thing? And I take that back when I said if he had a history of mental health, man, fuck that. If he had a history of asking his mama for help, if he had a history of trying to get his mama attention, right? And she was just ignoring him, like say, boom, they go back in them text messages and he just been doing this shit for years. You know what I mean? Like mom, like woo, and she just ignoring him and shit like that. Nigga can't, because it is You know, you do got Gabriel Hernandez story. It is motherfuckers that's just, that's just not. But I'm gonna ask you this. Let's say if that was the situation, let's say he has been calling out for help for years and she's been ignoring him for years. Do you feel as if she's responsible? Like because she didn't get convicted of negligence or aiding and abetting or nothing like that, nigga. She got convicted of manslaughter, bro. So do you think that is a justified punishment, even if she has been negligent for a long time?
Well, I don't know. As far, like the manslaughter is because it's like how much did she support? Like just by not paying attention to the signs, is it really supporting? It's just allowing. Now manslaughter, I think for her to get manslaughter, it's like she would have to support. Like if she buying this nigga guns and shit, knowing he has a problem, then okay, maybe then I could see more of that. Like, but just ignoring them and being a terrible parent. Yeah, that's not. I don't see her. I see her responsible still, but I just don't see it like a support. She's just allowing it or not deterring it, basically.
Yeah, because yeah, that's my thing. Like, I really don't. Let me see. It says Ethan Crumbley, who was 15 years old at the time of the shooting, has been sentenced to life in prison for killing 4 students and injuring 7 others at Oxford High School. He had pleaded guilty to 24 charges, including first-degree premeditated murder and terrorism causing death. In a day-long trial, prosecutors presented damning evidence of the Crumbley's parents who bought their son a peep. In a day-long trial, prosecutors presented damning evidence of the Crumbley parents who brought their son a gun and used it at the shooting range. I mean, well, I'm saying this shit wrong, man. Let me do this one more time. It said in a day-long trial, prosecutors presented damning evidence of the Crumbley parents who bought their son the gun that was used in the shooting, failing to respond to warning.
They're responsible.
Yeah.
Ain't no way around that, brother.
Yeah, man. Failing to respond to warning signs exhibited by the shooter prior to the attack. School officials had called the Crumbley parents to the school the morning of the shooting after finding violent drawings he had done on a school assignment. He was also caught searching online for bullets at school, watching shooting videos in class, and drawing violent images on several other papers.
Oh yeah, man, y'all needed to tie that nigga up in the room. Like, what the fuck?
But now it makes sense, nigga, why the principal was on the stand too, why the principal had to explain himself and shit like that. Because this the thing, my nigga. This is a 15-year-old, bro. This is a 15-year-old, bro. If y'all gonna sentence him to life without parole, it gotta be some other motherfuckers that go down for that shit too, bro. Because that's a kid, my nigga.
Yeah, no,
like that's a kid. So it's like, okay, well, as a parent, you out here, nigga, throwing orgies while your son showing all the signs of a future mass murderer, but you're not paying no attention because you doing what you do, and then he do it, and now his life is over, and you just about to continue what you doing.
They say they called them the day of so these niggas had some hours to prevent this. Like, you had a small window.
Yeah. And it's